तव कथामृतं तप्तजीवनं कविभिरीडितं कल्मषापहं श्रवणमङ्गलं श्रीमदाततं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः. The song sung by Narendra in the Wisdom's Firmament. The third stanza we go. The soft spring wind of the new day rises fresh waves of joy. Gently it carries to the earth the fragrance of God's love, till all the yogis, drunk with bliss, are lost in ecstasy. It's a beautiful song. Those who know alone know the transition from human to the divine and the transition from the mortal to the immortality. Very difficult to conceive. With the bodily existence, I can never be immortal. Body has to move to its source, the earthly existence. From earth came out this body into earth. It is going to go back. What about the inner spiritual existence? It is eternal. Till I wake up from my sleep, I am totally independent of body, physical body, and unrelated to it. As I wake up, I become aware of its existence. I don't even know a body of mine exists when I sleep. And the moment I wake up, while just waking up, I am becoming totally one with the body. Waking up itself is identification with body. With identification, I wake up. Waking up itself is identification with body. Without identification with body, you can't see this world at all. Because body alone can see this world. Physical eyes, physical intellect, physical mind, physical body are necessary. They are the instruments which reveal this world. Just like dream world is revealed by subtle body, causal body reveals this physical world. And as a physical being, bound by body itself as myself, I can never think or imagine of immortality. I have to shift my existence into sleep and deep sleep. I must go forward to expansion of consciousness into the superconscious state. Towards the sleep, I am shrinking my consciousness, my awareness. I am shrinking back to zero and I am appearing in the absolute, inward. The other way is to expand my consciousness, which I have never tried, which I have never known, because I am accustomed to pass through waking, dreaming and deep sleep. Jagrat, Swapna, Shushupti. Only 3 states I am passing through. But here, another state with bodily existence awareness, I am experiencing the transcendental. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible when the body works by nature and you work by spirit. You are spiritual existence. Spirit is making you move about and work, and body is being moved by the nature. And it is just like, and it is possible only when love overflows towards the divine and make me indifferent and body becomes imperceptible to me and I become independent of body, and body is moving about in the same world with the same objects around. There is no difference. World is there, but it is like a stagnant painted object. There is no other things to see or perceive. No movements. Everything is silent. Whatever I am getting is from the transcendental realm. It is flowing into me. So I am experiencing the transcendental. I have opened doors to the transcendental. The transcendental is entering into me. Just like I am expanding into the superconscious state, I am dragging the superconscious into my physical existence as if to experience. This keeping the awareness of the bodily and experiencing the transcendental is possible only by the expression of love. The love from the heart is the manifestation of the Atman, the flow of the Atman as if. Again and again I tell, certain things do not belong to this Prakriti nature. One is Kala, time. One is love. Love doesn't belong to the 24 cosmic principles with which the universe is done and all bodily existence of people are done. There, the love doesn't come into picture. Buddhi comes, mind comes, all other things come of the bodily existence and all other layers except love. You not see heart being explained in the Sankhya philosophy. There is no heart. Heart and love are expressions. Physical heart is a part of body. Feeling heart is a part of antaranga, mind and other things. And beyond that is the spiritual heart where the transcendental aspect of my existence, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya, beyond Anandamaya, what exists, the pure spiritual existence that is flowing out from me. So this, when it is directed towards the divine, divine is infinite, divine is eternal, infinite and eternal, to touch what must be the flow of love. If I love a human, if I love an object in this world, object is so tiny, so small in the universe itself. It is as if it is not there. When you view, Earth itself looks small from maybe from Pluto, it may look like a mustard seed. And in that universe we are there. And I am loving something in this. How narrow, how small. Even a ray of love can't touch it. It becomes huge for a ray of love for that object. A person I am loving, a child I am loving. The love that it is so small, so minute it has to go. And when we think of God, it is in torrents it has to go. To wet a small place and to wet the whole world. When rain comes, you see, every tree, every plant, every part of the land is washed down. To wash this area, kilometers together, huge area, is it possible to wash except any amount of pumps, anything you put? It is almost impossible for us to wash all, even to wash a tree like rain, it is almost impossible for humans. And that much rain, a momentary rain from the nature, washes miles and miles of area. So how this rain rains like that too, because it has to touch a larger area like that. To wet a small 1 centimeter, 1 square centimeter, it needs a little water. To love a small being, a little love is needed. And that when the ocean is within and when the object is so small, what love can you give and how long it is going in the time it appears and disappears like a bubble in water. It appears and disappears. And that to love, how short time. A life, human life goes like a lightning, goes off. Who to love, what to love. And when God is eternal, this is momentary. God is infinite, this is extremely finite. And what love has to come? And that love comes from within, from the internal absolute, beyond time and space, it is flowing out to the transcendental again. And what would happen to the person? Will he be able to bear that joy flooding? That's what he is explaining here. This soft spring wind of the new day, N capital D capital, new day rises afresh, fresh waves of joy, fresh waves of joy, fresh and stale. Every plant you see, the leaf that is just behind is moving towards stalehood. It is going to wither away. It is on the way of withering. Look at the sprout, look at the shoot that's emerging out, small leaves emerging out. The freshness you see of the last leaf, lowest leaf, which is about to fall off. Look at the difference, freshness. Freshness has its own sweetness because it is emerging afresh into the nature. It is experiencing nature. And what is this nature? How do you see the nature? Where do you see nature? In this freshness. Every child, every newborn baby, look at the newborn baby and a person who is moving about in the world. What a difference. What is that freshness? What is the staleness passing away, going away? So this freshness is an expression of nature in its nascent state of unmoved, yet not influenced by the trend of the nature. It is appearing into nature but doesn't belong to nature. It is transcendental, expressing through everything is there of the naturehood in its womb as if. And it is projecting out. What is projecting out? The projecting force. The new shoots are coming in a plant. The projecting force belongs to the life force. The life force belongs to the Chaitanya, transcendental. Expression of consciousness through matter is life. Expression of consciousness. I am conscious. Consciousness expressing through matter. Body is matter, mind is matter. Our thoughts are matter. All this through body and mind, it is projecting out. So the freshness we call, it is not being affected or influenced by nature yet. In spite of the fact that nature constantly radiates bliss, peace, love, purity, divinity, beauty, all these are expression of nature. And this expression of nature you see in the freshness, in the sweetness of the nature. You see in this just sprouting out shoots, the just forming clouds, just coming out of the lotus flower, flowers in the, why the flowers attract us? The same in the afternoon and evening, the flower is fading away. What is the difference? The flower afresh it is coming. In the morning it is blooming, and it is in the afternoon, it is lost its freshness. Nobody wants to look at it. So this freshness is an expression of consciousness. It is life force being expressed through the flowers, through the new shoots. The freshness is a sign of not being influenced by nature, not being affected by nature. Because it is something like you are loving the transcendental, loving the Chaitanya, loving the pure God in nature. This is the freshness. What we call freshness is where it is in the nature, Prakriti, but not of it. It has not been, Sattva Rajatama has not yet captured it in any way. A child is not under the influence of the three gunas. Sri Ramakrishna used to say, it is Sattva, Raja, Guna, Tama, all the three are absent. And all the three are present because the body is there, mind is there, everything is there. But nothing expresses through that body-mind complex. It is not under the influence of the, it belongs to nature. The three gunas are there, but it is not expressing. It is not influenced by the three gunas. So that is the freshness. The soft spring wind, Vasanta Rutu. Vasanta Rutu, the spring, after the winter, all the leaves fall off. Only the sticks and stem, the branches without leaves will be seen at the end of the winter. And after all the patjhad, fall of the leaves withering away, only the trees bare like bone, skeleton alone, without flesh and skin, they are standing there. Now comes the new leaves, fresh leaves, and new world is opening up. This is Vasanta Rutu, beginning. And as the Vasanta Rutu advances, within few weeks you will see flowers slowly coming up. Everything is coloring Vasanta Rutu. In that Vasanta Rutu, because of the difference in temperature, the winter has gone away, summer is yet to come. Slowly there is transformation of the weather conditions, and what happens? The wind starts moving. In strong wind will be there during rainy season. Now the rainy season, where to move? The winter has replaced. Everything was moving towards a kind of stagnancy, snow everywhere, ice everywhere. And then now you see the movements of the air have changed its direction, and smooth, fine breeze is coming. This breeze is of the Vasanta Rutu. Flowers, every tree and plant is leaving the leaves, greenery, and amidst them is the flowers. Flowers has two important characteristics. One is the fragrance, one is the beauty of the colors. Varieties of fragrance. The wind carries this fragrance. So this is the breeze of the soft spring wind, we call it breeze. It is, you can feel the wind flowing, and it is a pleasant wind, soft wind. It is not harsh. Wind has got two types of harshness. One is its magnitude, that is force with which it blows, and then other is the cold wind of the winter. The most terrifying, we differentiate between the actual and the experienced temperature. In winter, there will be two temperatures registered. It is 80 degrees, they will give, especially in the west and all, you will see north, actual temperature 8 degrees, experienced 6 degrees. 4 degrees temperature, actual, virtual is -4. That much of vast, because of the wind, the harsh wind. The wind carries away even little warmth that is there. Without wind, the cold can be borne. When wind is there, you have to wear wind cheater. In spite of that, you will feel cold. And what is that cold that you feel? Because of the wind, we call it virtual temperature. Actual temperature is something virtual, because this wind has that biting cold with it, and harshness of speed with which it blows. Both are not there. It is soft, it is pleasant, it is carrying the fragrance of the flowers also. This soft spring wind of the new day rises afresh waves of joy. New day. New day is Navavidhana. An expression that devotees of God use when lords descend to the world. God comes in human form. In His presence, every day is a new day, and a new setup is made into the creation. In the whole world, a new awareness is created. A new day has opened. This is new day. It is not like new moon. New moon is absence of light. The dark, full moon and new moon. Here, not in the sense of absence, it is in the beginning of a new era, as if. When God comes, Navavidhana, new whole thing, the setup, new government, new things happening. Because for long time, the absence of the divine, though we have to move ourselves always towards the divine to experience divine. We have to give up all our limitations of bodily existence and family affairs. Then I stretch myself to the divine to experience, leaving all things behind of my worldly existence. Here, God projects. When God appears on the earth, like Krishna, Rama, Ramakrishna and all, we see Navavidhana. The whole nature has changed its formation, as if it has changed its nature. It has changed. The paradigm has changed. New paradigm, new awarenesses in all. Now, just before the whole group of Naren and others came to Sri Ramakrishna, what was their state? And once they met Sri Ramakrishna, what was their state? Entirely changed. Life is changed, ideals are changed, understanding is changed, worldview is changed, their own understanding of themselves has changed. A new thing has come into their existence. They are seeing a new world, a new way of looking at this world. They understand the defects of the world not as a critic, but as a doctor treating a patient. With great love and concern, they look at the world's defects. With great love and concern. When a critic sees exactly opposite what he sees, a kind of dislike, a kind of judgment without any consideration. But here he's concerned, he loves, he wants to get rid of this. Just like a doctor sees a patient's all defects, but sees a person independent of it. He wants to make that person independent of the disease. He wants to remove the disease and leave the person afresh, new, as if. I saw one person who had, by birth, he was blind, and the new eyes were given to him. A small surgery which a doctor did, and that surgery was to remove a particular layer in the eyes which was covering it was not with the lens, it was not with the retina, nothing. An unknown cover was formed within the eyes. He could remove at quite an advanced age. And then, after 30 years of living in this world, he could see the world. He never knew anything other than darkness. And he got that eyes. What would be the transformation in that person? A new life has begun. A new thing has seen. And that is what has happened to these people who came to Sri Ramakrishna. Everything is, that's called Navavidhana. When God comes, He comes with the Navavidhana. New life, to give new life to people. Buddha's enlightenment. How the world enjoyed it. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance on this world, in this world. How many people enjoyed in what all ways. The same thing is happening here in this. The soft spring wind of the new day rises fresh waves of joy. Om Niranjanam Nityamanantarupam Bhaktanukampa Dhritavigraham Vai Ishavataram Parameshamidhyam Tam Ramakrishnam Shirasa Namamaha.